This is Dr. Freddy Fernando from eKids Solution Private Limited, and we are promoting skill-based education called eKids International Projects and all. And we are using our own pedagogies called eKids International System of Education called ICE. You know what is pedagogy? Don't worry about it. Pedagogy is nothing but is a method of teaching. So everyone follows a methodology. Every school follows a methodology. We are following our own methodology to bring the best outcome. Now, our main objective is not rote learning methodology. Rote learning methodology, you know what is rote learning methodology? It's like what is available in the textbook, you are just memorizing and warming to on the paper. This is what this era that will not work. So what you do, we need to understand conceptually and you can do well. That's the reason, that's why you can do it in IIT and other exams. You can't just do the rote learning methodology. So keep in mind, eKids International has designed a new teaching pedagogies. It's called ICE, and through ICE we come up with a lot of new projects like eKids Explorer, and we have a spoken English program, and we have a writing skill education program. A lot of things is happening now. So now our main objective is teach a man to fish. You know what is teach a man to fish? If a person is hungry, don't give him fish, teach him how to catch a fish. So for example, one person is coming to you and he is very hungry, and you are giving fried fish every day, or fried food every day, and he used to come every day and take food free of cost, and he is not going to learn how to make his own way. So that's the way many people are now. The school system is giving rote learning methodology and giving everything spoon feed information. They are giving all the spoon feed information, so they are not allowing to think. So here at eKids International, we are not going to give any spoon feeding information, but we are going to equip you to how to do it yourself. That's why the difference is academic versus academic skill. In schools, students are taught like academics, but we are teaching academic skill. If I ask for mathematics, schools are giving a solution to the problems, but what we are teaching is problem solving skill. So conceptual learning, problem solving skill, academic skill is all together. We are come up with a new project management system, and this is what we are going to explain. Now, in this series, we are going to discuss about around 5 topics or 5 projects, whatever it may it's called. Like lateral thinking, that's one part. The another part is eKids Explorer, then eKids Director, then mathematics assistant learning, and then value education. So okay, now what is lateral thinking? Lateral thinking thing is nothing but is think out of the box. You know what is things out of the box? You can't just do stereotype 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You think differently, and you should be unique. Every student is very unique. Everyone is unique. You have your own ideology. You have your own way of expressing things. So that's what we are looking at. So don't just follow what the other people are saying. Just you think, you put your own rationalism, and that's where you can explore new things. It will drive your creativity, problem solving skill, solution to the problems. All things comes to this line. So lateral thinking, we need to. So if you look at that lateral thinking, even lateral thinking also we are going to give innovation. So our model is innovation, application, skill development. IAS. IAS is a big mantra for everyone. Every Indian knows about. I don't know very about IAS. So innovation, IAS is different, of course. That is different version. What we have our own is innovation. Anything should be innovative. It has to be applied generally in skill development. So since we are a skill development company, and that even academic skill development company, so we are emphasizing on the academic skill. So the IAS model is going to work here, and also we are introducing the parallelism system. So you can't just come to our line. You just follow whatever method the schools are teaching. You just follow. At the same time, you have another parallel system. That's your parallel education. We call PES, parallel education system. So all things to be bundled together, and we are going to offer this model. Okay. Now the lateral thinking, yes. So like things, for example, slow and steady wins the race. You know. I'm sure you all know about this proverb, like slow and steady wins the race. But when you put in the reality, will it work? So that hare and tortoise story is there. So the hare is when they conduct a competition, the tortoise is going very slowly and it cannot go fast. It's because of the hare, the tortoise won the battle. Okay. Now it's because of overconfident of the hare, the tortoise won by default. The tortoise never ran fast. So this is the area we are going to encourage students to think about it, and we have the right to change the course of the moral story. You know why? Don't be overconfident before you finish your goal. So you set your goal, don't be overconfident, achieve on your own effort, and you are the winner. So this the slow and steady from eKids version never wins. Okay, it may be applicable for some other area, but not the race. You run a race and check it out slow and steady, run the race. Will you win? You can't win. So, like this kind of things, we need to come up with the lateral thinking. And one more part of lateral thinking, what I'm talking about is twinkle, twinkle, little star. Now, I am sure you all know about twinkle, twinkle star very well. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, fine. But now we want to add some spices or lateral thinking in this side. Stars are bigger than Earth. Am I correct? I'm sure, maybe check it out. Stars are bigger than Earth. Now, we can do some modification in the rhyme and we can educate others. Like, twinkle, twinkle, big stars. When I look from Earth, they look so small stars. I will repeat again. Twinkle, twinkle, big stars. When I look from Earth, they look so small stars. Now, no one can deny it. But instead of following some traditional twinkle, twinkle, little star, so we can add up some. So I'm sure in this kind of information, each and every one of you who are listening, watching this video can come up with their own version of the old moral stories or proverbs or anything or rhymes. You can come and customize. So that's what the future needs. You need to do some innovative idea. It will drive you get more and more idea about the innovation. So that's what we want to make sure sorry, you are going to learn lateral thinking. Now, this lateral thinking idea has to be converted in the presentation form. Now, we have fantastic tools available in PowerPoint or whatever tools are there. So, we can use those software packages, and whatever your ideology, whatever you want to communicate to the people, you can design and you can create, and that's what we need to have a storyboard, content, and concept. First of all, we need to understand the concept. Then we need to have the content. Then you have to plan for the storyboard. Then you have to collect the resources, animation, audios, videos here and there. From the Google search, you'll get everything and put it forward and put your own ideology. You just follow. Now look at that. We have TVs in house, but and many of us not watching TV nowadays. But most of the time we are watching a lot of memes and funny videos here and there. If it is a normal video, you have already seen, but now we are very much addicted, we are very much interested towards that kind of meme because it has innovation. So those who are having innovation, definitely you have a bright future. So now like the World Economic Forum is introduced, they predicted that the present job is going to be wiped out soon and new job is going to come. So for the new job, you need to have innovation, creativity, conceptual learning, crisis management skill, all things you need to adapt, and project management skill is very important. So our session on lateral thinking will talk about how to customize stories which are known, and then how we are going to present. I'm going to show a video about that. Okay, now let's move on to the next session. It's called eKids Explorer. Now the eKids Explorer is nothing but a project. We are connecting or integrating our academics and the technology. Now, I'm sure now all of you are studying in a school and you are learning academics separate stream, and the technology part like computer science you are learning separate team. And are you interconnecting these two? No, it is missing out. So you are learning. So it's a separate track. So now what we are doing under eKids Explorer model, we are integrating the academics as well as the technology together and create a new project. So it's called project management skill. Now, in this project, in the Explorer project, first time we are going to integrate, we are going to create an online quiz program, not online quiz, offline quiz program with the help of Excel. And you are going to use a lot of components, and that using components you can create nice quiz program. That quiz program, once you design and you can offer to your school, you can offer to your teacher, or you can offer to your friends that I created, and if you want you can customize, you can teach others. So in school system, I'm telling you, I told the initial stage, teacher meant we are going to equip you. And when we equip you with the skill, and I'm not going to give a spoon-fed information, I just go with idea, I'm going to teach that at some points, and rest of the thing you have to do that. I'm sure, 100% sure, every one of you is very, very talented, very unique. And now this is the time, using this TCS Maitri's Global Camp program, use this opportunity to explore, and anytime if you have doubt, you can reach us through the associates, and we are ready to help you. And this is the beginning of your project management skill. So definitely your parents are software engineers, and they are holding very high position in this company and other areas. And now you can also be one of the best person account. So you now it's not late. It's now to catch up yourself and move forward. So this kind of eKids Explorer project is captivating as an educative. Definitely is going to be a turning point in your life. So that's the thing. The next thing, we are moving on to mathematics. And let me ask one question. How many of you don't like mathematics? And first of all, I raise my hand. I don't like mathematics. But most of the students are studying in the schools, they don't like math because, and mathematics is one of the simple and easy subject, but our educators made them very tough. And I used to tell people, okay, as long as you ask your student to memorize the times table, you are literally kill the maths project. You literally kill the maths education. So maths is something like, you need to understand how many times the teachers are coming forward and taking the class in front of like this. Most of the time they write on the blackboard and we are also just copying and we just replicating. So, and the school system, we try to teach this kind of maths program, solution to the problem. You look at the book and the question, solve the problem, solution to the problems. Now this problems, solution to the problem will not bring any result. It's give the problem solving skill. Let me ask one thing that the problem solving skill, one simple question from second standard question. I'm going to ask one question. Are you ready? Ready? Yes. Simple question is like numbers, numerals, digits. I repeat again, numbers, numeral, digits. Are these same or different? Please guess. And if you have time, you can write it in the chat box. Numbers, numeral, digits. And when I ask this question to many experts or even students, teachers, most of them says these are all same. I'm sure you also, most of the people say the same, looks like same. Numbers, numeral, digit. But we are not going to, I'm telling you one thing, it's a conceptual learning. And we are not going to refer any books. We have our own intuition and we have our own, mind power. Using our mind power, we are going to solve this puzzle. Numbers, numeral, digits. Let me explain. These are not same, it's different. How come? Numbers, numeral, digits are different. Numbers are imaginary. Okay, numbers are imaginary. Now, when you write down, suppose I'm thinking about 5, it might be 5 fingers, 5 drumsticks, or 5 things. It's imaginary. When I write down 5, it's called numeral. Maybe you can recall Roman numerals. So normally 5 we like this, Roman numerals we like this. Okay, and we have Tamil numerals, Telugu numerals, Kannada numerals, Hindi numerals. So most of the language have their own numerals. So numerals not numbers. Numerals are the representation of the numbers. So definitely not same. Digits is a place value. The place value. Digits is a place. So numbers are different, numerals are different, digits are different. But when you look at it first time, this looks same. Let me ask one question, and more question. I'm going to explain that maths program again. You know about square. Which is 5 square, 2 square, square. Now there is another name in maths field called square shape. There's a square numbers and there is one another called square shape. Let me ask one question. Why the Maxwell having the same square name for even that 5 multiplied by 5 is called 5 square and the square shape? Can anyone guess? Do you want to know the answer? Please guess it. Why the Maxwell having the same, the terminology called square when you multiply a number itself as well as a shape. So this is what conceptually. When you understand conceptually, when you understand the fundamental maths conceptually, you can do wonders. You will understand. So you need to understand. And other things, when you go to any aptitude exams and all, a lot of different questions there. You need to know how to form a formula. So what we are doing, we are memorizing the formula. For example, a plus b the whole square, a square plus 2ab b square. How many of you have applied that concept? Have you ever used those concepts in our real life? No. And we are also trigonometry, not sine theta, cos theta, all these we are learning. Are we applying anywhere in our real life? No. But we keep on learning things. We keep on memorizing the formula. We keep on complaining that I am not able to clear the aptitude exams. It's very clear. Unless otherwise we need to understand the fundamentals of maths conceptually, it is very, very difficult to clear any exam in future. Even now the exams are very tough because many scholars are there, many people, graduates are there, and very less number of opportunities there. So it's very difficult. Now this is the best time you have to come out of come to the field, throw your socks and come to the field and learn a lot of things. So I request the parents also had to encourage students to come up with a new innovative education model, and that's school methodology. Yes, it will help you to get a degree, but conceptual learning, conceptual way you learn, then that is the way you are going to. So I have to really thank the TCS Maitri to arrange this kind of awareness program for the students community as well as their staff members and all, to have a look on the different look. It's a lateral way you have to look at it. And finally, we are going to talk about value education. The value education is all about, you know value education very well because better than me, but we have a different perspective. In schools, they conduct a test, they will teach a lesson and conduct a test. But here at Value E-Kids Education, we will conduct a test that will teach a lesson. I repeat again, in schools, they teach a lesson, in school they teach a lesson and then they conduct a test. At E-Kids Value Education, we will give you a test and that will teach a lesson. It is a different perspective, meanings are there. So just to explore, maybe you can take this topic and think about more and come up with your own write-up and give a presentation. So we talk about depression, we talk about relationship, we talk about personality, and how you are going to cope up, how you are going to cope with the pressure, how you are going to tackle those kind of situations, everything we are going to do that. So at the end of the session, we are going to have separate presentation on each and every project. I'm going to give the project guidelines, how to do and all, and that will be definitely helpful to you. So I take this opportunity to take sign off right now, and I'll come back to you within a short period. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day.